Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. Just working on little bits right now. I don't know whether the audio is going to be good or not. I'm assuming it is. So we're just going to go here. Oh, that moment where I accidentally pressed my avatar window there. Hello to anyone that's showing up at the moment. So this isn't the lab at the moment. You're like, Dave, why do you have it in the stream sort of setup then? If, like, in the name, if it's not the lab, it will be soon. What I'm actually doing here is setting this up, getting it all ready, and then we can just take what we need and just go with it. So the idea here is I've been asking the community what they expected the lab to look like in 3D. And there were a couple of answers that I got back. I'll just go over a couple now. There's stuff like they want it simplistic, semi-sci-fi, weeb stuff all over the place, you know, like lots of anime stuff. Make it look like a teenager's bedroom. Inherited or repurposed for otaku stuff, so, you know, like, have stuff open and being turned into, like, display cabinets or tables or something for anime merch. The wire management is terrible, and potential metal panels hanging off the walls and stuff. So I was like, yeah, I can do that. I can do that. So, yeah, at the moment, what I'm trying to do is get this all set up so that we can just immediately just swing in, take everything, and just go with it. That's a bit funky there, though. I see why, but yeah, the idea is that I'm just trying to get bits of this so I can hopefully just like copy and paste this all over the place. What's going on here? A lot of anime. Yeah! Oh, I see how that is. So, a lot of this is kind of crazy. I'm not so sure I even want any of this middle segment. Well, it might look okay for the entrance. That reminds me, I need to also sort out the entrance area. Because that would kind of look cool. The entrance area, and then going in. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm literally just repurposing a lot of like stuff from Resident Evil. So this is literally the lab from like Resident Evil 2 Remake. And the idea is, because all the assets are simple and everything, I can just repurpose them. So like, for instance, if we just... It's kind of ironic considering what ends up happening with Alphys and stuff, you know, in terms of like the true lab and stuff later on. But yeah, how this was modeled is pretty nuts as well, so I'm just gonna try and grab all of that if I can. And then I'm hoping that I can just grab onto some of this other stuff that it's attached to, and away I go. But it's a long and arduous process, so I figured I'd stream it as well. Oh, let's do that. Resident Tale. Well, like a mixture between Resident Evil and Undertale. Yeah, this is the last proper area to really be done outside of the core, and then the end and the credits roll. So, pretty much the last main area. I'm thinking here I repurpose that wall over there. So if we get rid of this one, I can just like get rid of all of that. Because this is all modular, so it can be taken out like this. If I can just like get all these modular bits sorted so that I can just like copy and paste it myself, then we're all set and I can just change the textures on them. Oh. And before Mr. Wolf comes in and claims the stream as well as being a another Megalovania remix and then tells Shay to go to sleep. that I still can't get over that. Okay, so the roof panels there are looking kind of funky. I'm gonna have to potentially work that out myself. I see what textures it's using. What I might have to do is use panels like this. But the idea being now that I should be able to take that, delete that, and then I can just take this section, and that's going to be like the entrance basically. So I just take all of that and just go File, Edit, Separate, and then we can take this, convert to Mesh, oh sorry, convert to Origin to Geometry. Don't know what I'm on about, convert to Mesh there. For this bit, honestly, I'm not too sure of what I'm going to take from here. I like the details going on. So maybe I will use them elsewhere. See if I can just separate that as its own individual thing. Yes, I can. Anime area makes the fandom be like, her lab is full of anime. Yeah, well, it's like, I want to at least make it look a little bit more lived in. Again, I don't want to go, I say I don't want to go too crazy, but the thing is, it's like, I do want to make it look interesting. I figure she has like a ton of weeb stuff upstairs, and maybe like little bits on a desk. But apart from that, you know, I figure the majority that we'll find is like manga that's just on the upper section. You know. Because we get hints of it in like the True Lab where she has a bunch of DVDs that she's picked from the garbage dump. And it's the same thing with like on the upper level. I figure like she's got a collection of manga in the bookshelves. Then we've obviously got the Mew Mew posters and everything. So it's not like I'm going too crazy with it, but there is going to be merch for Mew Mew at least here and there. Still trying to figure out what I want to put in certain areas here, but some of these details are really nice in terms of like panels, because we can easily like take these, put them on the wall in certain areas, and they're just going to be nice wall details. No, so that's pretty cool. So that's easily set up. And then we got, where is it? going through like all the other bits here. Reception deco. Let's go through that. So we're gonna go through each one and just take bits or break them apart, just so that things are a little bit easier to sort of be like, oh, okay, I want this here, that there, you know, kind of thing. So this door at the end, I don't think I want anything from that other than the vent, but even the vent I can probably use somewhere else. So if I just take all of that area, where is it? It's there. If I take all of this and I just delete it, it's not really gonna make any difference whatsoever. Asgore picking a super anime girl after Gaster is crazy. Indeed. These ceiling lights are gonna be really cool. Not so sure about having like tons of the circular ones, but definitely definitely the older sort of model here. They're gonna be good. Stuff like this, these wall panels here. That's gonna be cool. All of this stuff's gonna be interesting. What I need to do is potentially hide that, right? If I hide the camera stuff, of which there's gonna be security cameras anyway. It's Alphys. She's known for that kind of stuff. If I just take that wall and I go convert. Oh, apparently it's just not having it. Did I get too many things there? Edit. I love it when it's just like being funky here. You know, you think, okay, I can edit now, and it's just like, yeah, nah. Won't even let me convert, which is weird. Let's do just like one step at a time. So let me edit there. Oh, let me edit there. Let me edit there. What about that? Okay, right, so let me edit everything now. The Royal Jesters. Hello, travelers. Hello! How are you? So if we take that there now, that's an entire wall section that we did not have before. Same with this here. Let's see. This wall section on the upper there can kind of be copied from that one. It's not too bad. I'm just trying to see. Is there anything different there? I don't think there is. I really should have saved the doorway in between there, but it's fine. I can do like a different piece for it. What I can do here is convert to geometry there. It's same with this one, I believe. And I'm just gonna save that as Deco 2. Try to deliberately separate these files. Test lab, Deco, there we go. Asgore Bank be like, So for this one, I'm actually thinking, because of the lab having a load of crazy stuff, is putting things like the server racks in and stuff. Especially like the TV here, but maybe change that texture. Doorway, maybe not so much, but Definitely stuff like this where it's a bunch of different paperwork, might have a panel like this sticking out the wall, and we're just going to change the textures on that. I don't remember keeping all of these jars over here, so let's just delete those. I must have accidentally left them. Cardboard box, we can take that. These panels on the walls, like the floor panels and the lights here are going to be cool. Asco hires people that don't do that much. I think he hires people that he's slightly friendly with. No. It seems to be that way anyway. Right, so that's that in terms of scenery. What I need to do here is, I think the floor is not a mesh. I could be wrong. I'll just take that for a moment. Because I swear the floor is a flat sheet and then has like that texture on it. That's fine. What I need to do here is like figure out certain metallic panels here. So like for instance, this kind of stuff that's going on in the hallway. I don't know whether that's the same as the other stuff, but I like its simplicity. We're gonna take that as well. I'm just gonna edit that. By the way, how did Tori get the money for the job? She doesn't, for the store, she doesn't have a job. I mean, it's a good question. But when you go in there, it's not really a store, is it? As much as it is just like a random platform. I think she might go in there just to reminisce or whatever, because I feel like it's not actually a store. I have no clue. Try and, get this stuff from here. I'm trying to do here is select as much as possible, and then we'll just try and see if we can select this modular wall piece. No, why is there a store? I have no clue, because if you remember rightly, that's the balcony that overlooks the rest of the ruins. I can't explain that. Love the way I'm trying to like grab the rest of that part of the model, and it's like, yeah, no. Okay, we can't get the tiny details there. I think we've got all the rest of that though. Outside of the upper section though, which does look cool, so like maybe I just go ahead and, oh, come on. Can we go back a little bit and just not do that? Does it feel like I'm taking half the roof of me at this point? Which again has different panels on it, which all look really cool. I guess they're coming with us now? Unless I just go... Oh, come on now. If I just go like this... No, if I hide all of that, that's gonna be crazy. So we'll do Control plus there for that panel. So we got this at the moment, right? We're gonna select that. Put this. Make sure we get only the front-facing stuff, plus maybe the stuff that it doesn't pick up there. Like so. And then we can go ahead and get the rest. Oh, well, let's just see how this goes now, because I've got all of that selected. If I just go separate mesh there, I'm going to just take all of that and just go, ooh. Okay. Do convert to origin and then just bring that out so I can see what I'm working with now. I love the way we actually missed that section, so it looks like I'm going to have to at least get rid of that. I'll just come back for it. So we got all of this. Not too bad detail-wise. It's nice and simple. I can use that for somewhere, right? Also, we stripped it off the back wall, which is completely black. And I can just go File, save as Decode 2. When I'm isolating things, I actually want a lot of this stuff is just going to be put on like Decode 2 or whatever, and then I'll slowly, after I've isolated things, just delete others. This wall over here with the wires on, I really want that, but I don't want that texture. So I'm probably gonna like mess around with that, or I can just do another one. Because it would be cool to actually have the wire section slightly off there. But then again, I think that's in another area too. I know I've got stuff like this with the TV that we can use for like upstairs or whatever. And then they've got the desk down here. And then some other sciencey looking stuff. So that's not too bad in terms of like stripping that area a little bit, including like some of the wall details. Like we got the server rack, we got this. We got some of the other details, which I think I still have in the other wall piece, some of the vents. If I don't, I can grab some of the vents. But we got that. We got the nap room. The nap room is pretty interesting in that it's really tiny, and the wall details are like incredibly simple. But stuff like this, we can get hold of that really easy. We can just take that, lift it out, and away we go. Same with the air vent. I just don't know. Oh, the entire air vent is free. Yeah. So I figure Alphys is going to want some air vents. Don't know how many, but we got some stuff here. I figure we just take this entire table, maybe not the back wall yet. Oh, come on now. A lot of this is just going to be like super easy to pick apart here. But then I can repurpose it and hopefully it'll look okay. Again, not too sure about that wall detail though. Definitely don't think I'll be using the sleeping quarters over here. Even though it would be cool for upstairs, I still wanted to do the joke of the giant fold-out cube. Don't mind me if my my avatar is partially freaking out. I am just drinking right now. So now I figure I have to get the different details here. So we've got like the wall sections here. So what I need is like a corner and then a couple of adjacent parts to it. So like for instance, because we know we're not going to use the sleeping quarters. You can get rid of them. Which then frees up all of this. I can get rid of a lot of these details apart from the lights. I actually want the lights. I can use the lights in other places, so just have a laugh, deliberately leave that in as a nod to Resident Evil. Yeah, the raccoon. That would be a bit on the nose in terms of like, so anyway, I've told you where these assets are from, but also, we're just literally gonna keep the raccoon statue. Still undecided on that. Might just leave it. We got the lights, we got everything else here. I just need, probably, looking at it this side over here, because I figure like this is going to be the upstairs area mainly. And the downstairs area is going to be a little bit more complicated, panel-wise, but not too much. I do like the way they've separated this, though. It looks really cool. So, bam, there goes the black exterior parts. And what's this? Oh, I see. It's like a silver trim in between. Okay. Hey, average. So let's get rid of that there. Bam, that's all gone, and we'll get rid of this section here, roughly. I just take this. Delete that and see what happens. Okay, so we're left with those faces. And then I can get rid of that one there and that one here because they're technically the same. And that one. Leaves me with this corner and that wall there, and then this one. And what we can do here is we can just separate this entire thing. You can separate that. Have that be like its own thing. Same with this piece here, and I just remembered about this one. I just gotta make sure I only take the bits that I need, so it's like this, that, and we just make sure. There we go. How's Immersiontale? It's all good, it's going good. How's the lab going? It's slowly getting there. Slowly getting there. slowly coming up with the overall idea and design for it, based off a completely different game. Put that there. We need that. Let's take these assets that we don't need anymore and just delete them. Leaves us with that one and that one. We can set everything else to origin. And then save. A lot of this might be just getting this ready tonight, but I'm hoping it's not. I got a composer and new models and new mechanics. Oh, cool. I just finished season 1 of Shield Heroes as Eamon. Nice! Welcome, by the way. I absolutely love, like, the first season of Shield Hero. It's so good, but then, like, the second season just falls off so hard. I think it's that one. The one with the Spirit Turtle. It's like, I preferred Shield Hero when it was, in the original sort of world, before they went world hopping. It's really weird how they have the world hopping thing in it. And, I would have preferred it if they'd have kept it in their own world. But, you know, it's whatever. Okay, that's that one. So now we're gonna do, what was I up to? Got that one, no, got that one. I think got that one, no? I'm just gonna have a look at that. Trying to figure this out right now is crazy. I think it's just the security room left. And then I'm just ripping everything. For me, it was so wholesome on season 1. Like, I love the character stories personally. You know, like having certain parts of the story focused around either Raftalia or Philo was great. You know, great choices there. And then I'm like, okay, where are we going with this? And it feels like they quickly sort of speed up season 1 instead of really sort of like lengthening the amount of, not so much suffering, but just, they don't lengthen the character arcs loads so we actually get to find out more about them. Instead we just kind of get like one-off episodes for that. And then we get to see them being treated like crap in others. And it's like, yeah, while they're okay, and while season 1 is great, it's, I just would have preferred, you know, the pacing to not be as fast. Like, it goes full speed ahead, and then by the end, you're just like, okay, where's the rest? It's just like, so anyway, you're not getting the rest, that's it. It's like, no! Like, Shield Hero is one of those stories as well that I took very, very personally because of just how much I was attached to it. It's a bit like Yakuza Babysitter. Like, Yakuza Babysitter is one where I got really attached to that. And I was like, dude, I absolutely love this. And then it kind of... it just stuck with me. You know. Like, if you've not seen Yakuza Babysitter, that one's a good one. That and House Husband as well. House Husband is great. That moment where I'm just taking all these assets and just being like, okay, I'll pick those ones, maybe? Not so sure about the fan, although it would be neat having a fan in Heartland. I figure I get rid of that. Biome. We're gonna just take everything we can here and repurpose it for our needs. Okay, we do not need the bed. The bed can go. The chair. I think we might be able to take the chair, so we're just gonna rip that. Because I know there's another one, but this one actually looks better. Same with the laptop. We're gonna take the laptop. Love the way we're just like phasing this geometry out. Maybe they should have ended S1 before they met Lark. Yeah, potentially. I know a friend who isn't around anymore because of her false accusations, though. Shield Hero hit a lot harder. Yeah, the certain elements for... Oh god, I'm just going to turn this down a little bit. I feel like I might have had that on too loud there. I feel like certain elements from certain shows really hit hard. Or harder if you've got more of a personal stake in them. Oh. A little bit more of a personal stake. I just realized something. I'm just going to quickly check on Jen, and then I'm going to come back just a moment. Okay, we're back. Everyone's still here? I'm just getting my avatar ready and then we're good to go. Bam! We're back. No, we should be. Let's just check. Yeah, we are. Bum 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 bum. Okay. No, I left, says it. Where's David gone, I wonder? Do 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 do. Oh, that moment where I try and I'm like, oh, I'll try and grab this, and instead it just can't because of. Can I just take that though and just see? Please tell me there's a yes, there is. Okay, so I can now basically get rid of that because I've already got that. The entire ceiling, the entire floor, these two. And then I don't think we're gonna need that, but there's always the door frame. I've already got light switches and stuff. I may keep the door frame as well, just for the sake of it. So that's another set of things we got there. So we got save as Deco 2. Been horribly bored, wondering what to do with one arm when I just realized I have Signalis. What? What? I don't even. Okay, what? Bam, delete that. Oh wait, well, it's that? A lot of these are going to be like convert to origin. Thing is, then I need to figure out what's going on with them. Like with this chair here, we're just going to join it all together. And then origin geometry. It's probably got a rig on it. But the idea is we like slowly pick this apart until it's exactly what I need. Oh yeah. Dude, I totally forgot. I forgot. It sounded so sus. I was just like, oh, oops. That's my fault. Totally my fault. That like, oops. Okay, so we got. I'm trying to remember, what did I have in the lab for Alphys's chair? Hang on. 4.1. Just gonna set this up. No worries, honestly, it's something that I would say. It's even. It's fine. Oh no, we actually do have a chair for Alphys that looks okay. I just need to fix where it is position-wise. Okay, this is gonna be interesting, like slowly replacing all these assets. It's gonna be really jarring as well. Okay, so I don't need the chair basically. The chair can go. Unless I deliberately get rid of the arms. But then again, it's like, why? So we'll just slap that. And then I just need to rename every single one of these. Just like door free. That can go, because that's not needed. So we've got stuff like card, box 1, card, box 2. Package 1. Package 2. Package 3. Just so I know here what everything is. Package 4. Paper box 1. Paper box 2. Paper box 3. Paper box 4. There's the servers. Not so sure about that one though. I feel like that one we don't need, so we'll just get rid of that one. What does this lab make? So, this in particular you're watching me do now. This is literally the assets from Resident Evil 2 Remake. Pile of paper 1. The idea here is that I'm going to use these assets to make the lab from Undertale. The lab from Undertale is this kind of like weird, unique area that's both Alphys's home and serves another purpose. Part of it is like being the place where Metaton's body got created, but then underneath it, it hides a dark secret. Small filing cabinet. The idea being I want the upstairs to kind of look clean and sort of a little bit lived in, with like anime stuff all over the place. And then later on, we're gonna see the underbelly of it, which looks very Dead Spacey. Empty box 1. Empty box 2. Technically, I could just combine those. It's like this. I don't think I'm gonna have the drawers be open, so I can just join those assets together. Convert to. Oh, can we convert to mesh here? Desk 1. Nitty, is this legal? How did you even get these assets? They're found online. Literally, that's the whole thing I've been doing all the time, is repurposing assets. I'm surprised nobody's said that beforehand when I've been like, dude, I'm pulling this from one place and one for the other. The whole thing is, if I'm not making money from it, all I'm doing is either learning or repurposing. I'm not actually selling it, I'm just making an animated movie. So it's basically akin to what you'd get from like people using the same stuff like Source Filmmaker or whatever. It's not as if I'm like turning around and being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sell this as my own artwork or whatever. It really isn't. It's just an easy way of being able to be like, look, this is what I think these details would be like. But again, I've said that throughout the entire project, that a lot of this stuff is like reused. It's not like a new thing that I've only just sort of turned around and gone, oh yeah, this is totally a thing. Just to overlook what I've been doing the entire time. It's like, no. I've been literally step by step telling everyone exactly what I'm doing, where I'm getting the models from. You know. Which is why I find it funny when I get a reaction like that, because it's just like, dude, I've been telling people this entire time. Server racks. Or rather, it might be supercomputers rather than... no, it kind of looks like server racks a little bit. But yeah, no. With this kind of stuff, literally a lot of it is just like me doing my thing, just trying to quickly mock up everything. It's why the credits list is going to be so massive, because basically it's just a ton of assets reused from other various locations. Right, I can use that and just change the texture there, so bam, there we go. But yeah, these assets, they're ripped from Resident 2 Remake, obviously. And then I just got these from various different websites that I peruse. Of which, if you've done this kind of stuff in the past, then you know exactly where to go for this kind of stuff, because it's pretty easy to find. It's not exactly like a magic trick or anything. Okay, those assets are fine. If everything ran perfect, there'd be no innovations as John. See, now we've just got to do this bit. But yeah, the thing is, I can literally just take a lot of these assets, or even the other ones that I've got, and just make them. I don't think I'm going to use this type of table, because it doesn't really fit in. So I'm just going to take the other stuff here, especially because it's all named. And we're just going to save that. And the same with like these other areas. I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing as I'm doing it, so you know why. But that was the security room. The nap room that we have here, the reason for taking these bits, again, is because it's going to be good for little details super quick, so we can prototype this thing. Don't know what the hell that is though. A drug shelf apparently. Let's get rid. In before I find a drug shelf in the middle of Hotline. So we've got these assets here, of which there's a lot of groups for the walls, I believe. Ah, yeah. So small props, we've got air conditioning, main lights, or main lights, secondary lights, a light switch, let's see. It was crazy how when I was looking at all these assets in level, I'm looking at how they modeled them, and it's pretty insane how it was done. I still can't get my head around it quite that well, but coffee maker? Let's sub that. Like, I'll show you in a moment. Because all I'm going to do then is just like retexture a lot of this stuff so it fits within the context of the lab. Small table. I figure some of these would not be potentially on here. You never know with Alphys, so let's do something like what are these meshes? Oh, they might be. No? Okay, so that's that book. You got like small blue book. Question is, what the hell are the rest of these? They're all just like tagged to it unless I... interesting. Hey Blair! Nice to see you, by the way. So yeah, we getting stuff done. I'm totally not lifting like half of Resident Evil 2 Remake for the lab. It's gonna be good. Slacker was a banging art style. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Right, so what we're doing here is I'll make this a corner. Corner wall simple. Main wall simple. The reason why I'm doing this as well is just because it's super easy, but main wall, oh sorry, wall trim small, silver. But yeah, what I can do is I can import all of this and I'll show you why. Like, when we look at what gave me this idea in the first place, let's do the test lab, right? Because I can pull this straight in, right? And show you. So this is the test lab from Resident Evil 2 Remake. Literally just the exact way it should look, more or less. It's rendered out in Blender. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, I like the floor details, I like how that looks. I like the wall panels here and everything. And I'm like, these details would fit, you know, really nicely for the at least the top part of the lab, just clean. You know, just that clean look, just get rid of some of these other details and stuff. Keep some of the other ones, like the vents everywhere and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, maybe I can just take the textures, you know. And I actually found out that it's not so much just taking the textures and reusing them or repurposing them, but yeah, when you actually go into this in wireframe mode, every little thing on this wall is modeled. It's like each panel is full 3D, which is nuts, which I would have never expected before. But I'm used to like walls like this being textures with like bump maps or whatever else, and instead it's all physically there. So they've gone ahead and modeled these as modular pieces. So I'm like, yeah, that's great. I'll just do the same with the lab and make the wall pieces look kind of similar. And there was like, to save myself some time, I'll just actually reuse those exact ones. So we just be taking those. So we got, like for instance, the reception here. The reception area is straight from RE2, and I can just like play around with this and get exactly what I need out of it. That's so much detail, says Blur. Yep, that's why I'm putting it all in the lab. Like, we're just going to be taking parts of walls and stuff that I like the look of, and just configuring or reconfiguring bits into different locations to give us a really unique look. And then all I'm going to do is just slap that green texture over it, and it should technically resemble the lab. But I'll show you exactly what we had beforehand. The lab, as of the last time I touched it, which was literally eons ago at this point, looks something like this. And I remember doing this. This was borrowed assets from other places. I think I made the floor panels at the time. Alphys deserves the best, indeed. So here we're keeping the chair. and the control panel behind Alphys. I remember doing this just so long ago, but this also has its own kind of like thing to it. This is where I started doing, and there's missing textures here. We blocked this out literally like a year ago, I think it was, and started getting the idea for it down. You can see where I've like taken the original sprites and just used them as like a place to put everything. And I'm like, you know what, this isn't too bad, but it could be better. And then that's why I'm like, yeah, I'll just take the resi details and slap them over the top of all of this. I'm going to be redoing the conveyor belts to try and make them actually move, because they don't move here. But the actual control panel and everything around it, I think I might keep and just like update the table here, get rid of the bin and replace it with one of the other ones. Replace the fridge with the one from Toriel's house. Definitely need to upgrade the dog food for obvious reasons. And then probably going to put in like different pipes and stuff. Definitely upgrade the doors and the sign there. And then obviously the one concern originally was that I didn't have doors either side that would lead out to Heartland. And that's kind of what spawned the whole idea with Heartland. You know, the whole thing of, oh god, I realize I don't have Heartland. You know, so that was crazy. So that's what spawned me making Heartland, and then it was like, oh, now I need to come back and do the lab. You know, doors are overrated. Yeah. Moody, how the hell Blender runs, says Average. What do you mean? What lighting are you using? This is Eevee, not Cycles, this is Eevee. The render engine that does it in real time, and yeah, the rest is just my computer. I love Alphys. I spend a lot of time trying to light these environments and get them looking real good though, so that's another thing. Lighting itself is like its own art thing, and I need to actually redo this a little bit more. Eevee is light, not as heavy. If you're using Cycles, Cycles is basically highly intensive and is designed for like basically really like good renders. But it also requires a lot of like processing power and everything. So I don't know whether it isn't as heavy on a computer normally if you're using Eevee. My old one with the 970 was able to run Eevee pretty decent, but that's also where I started doing big environments for Undertale, and it started being a little bit laggy in certain areas depending. It's a mixture of things really. Like, you're not meant to have too many lights in the scene, complicated materials or anything. It's a little puzzle that you need to figure out on your own, you know, and then once it's all good, then you get a decent render. That reminds me, I need to do Alphys's glasses so they have a reflection in them. Oh my god, that's going to be so good. Like, having reflection in Alphys's glasses there is just going to be sweet. And then also I need to add physics to a lab coat. That's going to be awesome to see. But yeah, the idea is we're going to be bringing all these assets into this test environment that I've set up, and we're just going to go from there. But I, again, need to go ahead and go back to the resi stuff for just a moment and fix that up. Because we were in the reception area, and I was just basically turning around and being like, yeah, I want this, you know, taking my my fair share of all of the assets here. Right, so those are already over there. What I'm trying to do here as well is make sure I don't delete any assets that I really would want. Like, for instance, we've already got lights in the ceiling. Like, we've already got the big ones that I feel are better than these small circular ones, and even if I need to, I can just make new ones anyway. I already deleted a ton of stuff from these environments and really kind of optimized what I'm actually transferring, because obviously there are hundreds of textures and everything else that are in these environments, so I'm just like, yeah, no, I'll just get rid of some of these things. The only things I'm having problems with at the moment are just like deciding what assets I want to keep, and then the rest is just how much weeb stuff do I throw in this place, you know, because I figure it's gonna be pretty much covered in weeb stuff. Like, when I asked people about feedback for the lab. They were basically like, make it simplistic, make it look lived in, make it look like a teenager's bedroom a little bit, cover it in weeb stuff, have some wires hanging off all over the place, and yeah, just have fun with it. I was like, oh, okay. So, that's pretty much what I'm trying to go for. We need to get rid of the interior there. Those floor vents, I really want those. This stuff though, like, can we... If I just select, oh. If I select like that, or even that. I'm trying to see what I can and can't get away with here. Right, so we've still got everything apart from, I think it's this. Can't we just take... I want that vent there. We'll isolate that entire panel, and we'll just take that. This is, again, this is practically no different to what I'm used to doing, this, like with this entire project, which is modding stuff. Essentially, all I'm doing is taking stuff that would go into like mods and stuff for other games that have been ripped out of stuff, and I'm just using it to make a film with. Because normally, if this was like anywhere else, it'd be like, oh yeah, we'll just use this for like other stuff. Because I've seen these environments be used for like different projects that other people have done. Let's bring that back. Bring this back. Make sure I've got everything over here that I want. And then we'll just name it, throw it all into the lab, and then start organizing it. This stuff I need, even though if I don't need all of it, I still need the specific details. That one I need because it's got certain corner details on. Again, a lot of this stuff might not get used. It's just a case of me picking and choosing and then being like, yeah, maybe. Damon says, is that a dynamic reflection or is it a whole copy of the model behind a mirrored pose to hide? Oh, in the, gotta have white paint. You mean in the lab, like Alphys's lab here. So this is actually real-time reflection. Eevee can do that, which is one of the reasons why I like it, but if I... There we go, so Alphys is in the chair here, right? And it's an easy way of showing you that it's real-time reflection, is just moving Alphys in a chair. Whee! You can see in the back, it's real-time, which is great, and is going to be fantastic for, you know, like, scenes and stuff. I love being able to make mirror surfaces like that, especially when they don't have lighting issues in them, really. Because earlier versions of Blender have issues with lights and mirrors, with them showing up in a weird way, is the best way of putting it, in a simple manner. But yeah, once I get the lab set up, that's going to be so much fun doing the actual intro and having Alphys come in, because like this is one of the bits that I wanted to animate for ages for the trailer. So it's like, I can't wait to actually get around to it. Because again, I've got so much work done already, but it's always fun just seeing like new characters and new scenes, and then being like, how much have I got left before I'm on actual animating? You know. I think we'll take the security camera as well, and we'll take, if I've not already got them, I think I do though. Yeah, I've got these boxes. Might even take the whiteboard. But yeah, again, the whole cool thing about this is essentially I can pick and choose whatever I want and just isolate it, name it, and then import it and just tile it all, and we should have a pretty nice looking lab in no time. And then obviously we just credit Capcom's art team later on. Like, hi Capcom's art team, can we talk about stuff here for a moment? I love these floor vents. And I think I can reuse them in other areas. So I'm going to take those. Like, the idea being, I don't want this to, like, when I'm done with the lab, I don't want it to look, like, super Resident Evil-y in terms of, like, this at the moment. But I do kind of want to capture the same sort of, like, details, at least along the floor and everything. Because I figure the more detailed it looks, the more sort of, like, believable we can have it. The cooler it's going to be for people, because then they're just going to be like, oh, cool, there's, like, vents in the floor and everything. I feel like for people who really like those details, it's going to be, you know, some really nice sort of stuff to stare at and be like, oh, yeah. Have I got... Yeah, I've got that stuff, though, which means the only stuff left here is going to be the top bit there. But yeah, this is stuff that I would have ages ago made all by hand, but you'd have to be an absolute madman now to do this by hand, especially for like an animation project. It's easier just throwing it up like this and be like, yo, we got this, you know. Like, if it was for an actual game or anything else that I was gonna sell, then yeah, I'd make it all by hand. But for this, where it's only really just like a hobby thing, I'm not making any money off it or anything else like that, it's like, it's fine. Move that piece of the roof because I actually do want that. And then I just need the camera, so we'll just... Actually, instead of deleting that wall, I'll just get the camera. And then we'll delete everything else. And then we'll name everything and away we go. I figured the reason why I want the camera is because Alphys has got to at least have like one camera, right? I can't remember whether I put other cameras around yet or not. Hope everybody's enjoying, by the way. It'd be cool to actually animate the camera and try and see if I can make it so it follows Frisk at all times. That'd be a pretty badass detail. And then we just go, bam, there we go. That's the rest of that cleaned out. Again, a lot of this will be like picking and choosing which bits I want, but... Hey, Flowey! You're all going to die down here. Dude, I saw the original trailer for that the other day, because, funny enough, I was watching the movie while doing cleanup here. I was like, yeah, I need this. You know, I'm going to play it in the background, because I remember it being pretty fun. I'm just going to save that like that for the moment. I'll fix the file names in a bit. I just want to see about the extra deco here from the decontamination room. I need that. And then I think it's just the test lab stuff. And then I'm good for just like starting importing it. But yeah, basically, I put it on the other night and I couldn't remember the original trailer the way that it was shown. It was interesting. I was like, dude, I don't remember the trailer looking like this. Because I thought it was one of the stereotypical trailer things of being like, coming this summer. And instead it's like, all crazy and has some sci-fi woman in it or something. I was like, oh, okay. This is a thing. But yeah, I remember the Red Queen and everything. I remember it basically being Alice in Wonderland, but Resident Evil style. Which is, it's cool and everything. It's up to you personally whether you like that or not. I think out of all of the films, the first one is probably the easiest to watch and just be like, yeah, okay, that was a thing. The other ones, man, with Alice getting like uber powered, basically, I'm not for that because of obvious reasons of it just totally just going beyond the realms of ridiculous and then basically straying into, wait a minute, what? So Alice is a one-man army at the end of the show, basically. Or rather, at the end of the movie. I can't remember whether I wanted this section here or whether it was literally just that there. I think it was just that upper section with the vents, but I've already got vents from other areas here, so if I just get rid of... Wait, was I taking that wall for any specific reason other than it being simple? I don't particularly remember that bit there, but I guess I'll take it. It's simple. What I'll do is, I'll just make sure that I only sample the top row here. And the reason for that is just so that I can get a clean surface out of it. It's Alice in Wonderland, yeah. RE1 was okay, the rest is really weird. And like, I don't know whether it makes me biased as well, because I heavily like Alice in Wonderland, but... Actually, no, that's being too annoying there. Alright, so we've got the bin there as well, like... Oh no! Resi, what are we doing here? Like, I know it's a dirty bin, but why have we got a texture seam down that side of the bin? Let's just delete that. You guys didn't see that. There was not a texture seam in a professional model there. Okay, so we got like giant sidewall lights here. Not too sure about those either. But let's get rid of them. She was too strong after Extinction, so the next movie they took her powers away. Yeah, that's one of the things as well. I feel like with Milla Jovovich, the actress that plays Alice, she was really good in like Fifth Element, obviously. And then Paul W.S. Anderson ended up getting married to her, if I remember rightly. And it's like, it just seems like he ran with the whole thing of, my wife is a super badass. And it's like, yeah, that's fine and everything, dude. You can do that, but maybe not when you're making a film based off a video game, you know, that everyone's going to expect to be a certain way. No. I don't know whether that's particularly harsh of me saying that a lot, but it's like, I feel like it's kind of silly to kind of prop Alice up throughout the entire film as being this ultimate badass. And then all of a sudden it's like, so anyway, just gonna do a Samus on her and take away all of her powers. No. It's weird. And I really, really want these lower details here for the lab. Like this is a perfect sort of example of details that I saw and was like, dude, this would fit the lab so much. If I take that and maybe that corner. Thing is, these come with materials as well, so I'm gonna have to like edit the materials basically. I'm just gonna take that because I don't need that. I'm gonna have to do that thing where I was like constantly trying to figure out what I could select and when. There we go. So I can now just take that side of the wall, which I'm assuming is clean. Yep, compared to the other one's the same as well, but we only need one, so I can just get rid of that. And then just go, bam. Let's see. I wouldn't say they were on the same level as House of the Dead, but pretty weird. Sorry for the people who haven't seen the movies. I feel like global illumination is a must at this point. This is average. No, it's like... It depends, because like you can't have everything on an old computer. If you just try and put everything on an old computer, the old computer will probably have a seizure, because it's like trying to do stuff that it's not really designed for. Like, for instance, I wouldn't try to run Unreal Engine 5 on my 970, because I know my 970 is just going to be like, you what now? Because my 970 can only just run Unreal Engine 4, so it's like, I'm not going to force that. No. .970's like, you what, mate? You want me to run Unreal Engine 5? I'm like, nah, you good. But yeah, just checking. Okay, so I think what I'll do here with this is just salvage this side and delete the other side. I think it was that side, right? Yeah. What I wanted to do was get rid of the living quarters. Well, not exactly living quarters bit, but it's like the decontamination area where they have all of the gear and stuff. Because I only want this bit for all of the panels again. That bit can go. And then we can just take this, hopefully. Just go origin, geometry. Origin, geometry. And then that's another set of walls there. And then I think the last one was the test lab, right? Yeah, it was. I just clean up the test lab deco the same way here, and then we're good to go. Let's see. 1660 Super is handling UE5 pretty okay. Oh, interesting. GPU is doing its part perfectly. My CPU bottleneck's about 47% though. Right, so what I want to do here is I need to keep the floor because the floor has a texture on it that I need for the lab, which is basically the oh. I love the way I say that, and instead I just bring all the geometry down so we can. If I just go bam like that, we can actually start seeing stuff here and deciding on what we want and what we don't want. So like for instance, we have this from one of the other areas. That we don't have. The surgery thing, I feel like I should keep something like that in. Same with that sort of table. We've got the server racks or supercomputers, we got them before. Same with the lights and the smaller lights around here. We don't particularly need them. We can just yeet them out of existence. These will be in an array where they just turn around and went, so anyway, we're just throwing an array out here. This is how many lights we want in this area. So, I feel like I've got that light in one of the other areas. We do not need the chair anymore, so we can just like get rid of the very flat chair there. We know that we're going to have some other stuff going on here, but I don't want any rags like that, and I specifically do not want anything like that, because the way that it's grimy, it's a little bit too much of a nod to, hey, guess what happened here, you know. Similar to this table, that's going because it just looks too grimy. Let's see. One of these tables, should I take yes or no? Let's have a look at the reference. Feel like kind of clashes, and especially the TV as well. Alphys doesn't really have a TV like that, so we'll just yeet them. what I want to do is take like a lot of very minimal assets here. Keep them, but like, oh, we've already got those from the other level. I feel like we've done the same there. It's like maybe here, all I need to do is change whatever the hell that texture is there. And then we've got a better large screen for upstairs where I'm doing one of the Easter eggs. And then we got that, which isn't too bad. Might even put some of this in the tree lab to help out there, but that I think I can keep. And the wires over here, that one's gonna be interesting. Still not sure about this because it's like I want some sort of like exposed wiring, but I don't feel like this is good because even though, yeah, it's an exposed like wiring box and everything like that, and it's pretty accurate in terms of like stuff that I've seen in the past. The problem is I need to change the texture on it, and then the password bit just kind of, I don't know, man, it's just making me be like, what? You know, I just feel like it would stand out way too much compared to everything else. So I figure I get rid of it. Come up with my own wire stuff if I have to. I thought I'd be able to just take all of those and then go origin geometry, but apparently not, so I'm gonna have to do it individually. Okay. And then we just get rid of the small props, bring in the large props, aka the actual level. And yeah, we're just gonna start snipping at this and seeing what I like, what I don't like. Cool wall detail here. Again, I may just be like, right, cut that out. Ceiling looks pretty cool. I feel like maybe not down there, because I've already got something like that, so a lot of this stuff is, I'm seeing now, is kind of like reused assets. For the wall segment, I'm thinking maybe just that, but I feel like I might have already got like a ton of wall segments as well. Hang on, did I? Yeah, I even took that one out from before. That looks pretty cool. The thing is, I already got the other one as well that looks kind of similar, so it's like I could probably just yeet the entire thing out of existence and then just go, look. There we go. I got some extra bits of scenery that look slightly chemistry, you know, or that look like they're out of a lab. And then we just go bam like that. And then I can start renaming it and doing everything else. Let's see what's going on. Oh yeah, I see what you mean, Damon, about the Sulaco textures. All the like semi-sci-fi surfaces and everything. Huh. Oh, Undernet Live's on as well. I did not realize that Undernet Live was on. Holy crap. So what's... Monthly talk show. Interviews, showcases from partners and the community. Who's in the Lotus, Digi, Kara? Huh. How many people are watching that? 19? God damn. Okay, so we got large monitor. Small metal cart, because I don't know what else to call it. I have no clue what that is. So I'll just yeet that out of existence. Vial rack. The idea being that a lot of the sciencey stuff just being here will help kind of sell the whole idea of, oh yeah, there's something going on. You're just not entirely sure what it could be. Large side table. I think that's it, right? And then top vials. Really similar to something you might want. Indeed. And then we'll just do vials there. Right, so now all I need to do really is just go through these deco areas and just make sure I've got them all sorted. So like for instance, security room, I think I did that before, yeah. I just did the test lab. So it's the nap room, which I did before, yep. The reception and then the decontamination area. So I need to do the reception one really now. It's like, I have an IDE DLSS, everything with serious AF graphics use it. You could just do Fear 2 doesn't put glowing emissives on everything. Oh god, yeah. There are some games that are like really, really, really crazy for that kind of thing. Like, so anyway, would you like emissives on literally every surface? Like, I'd rather not, thank you very much. Can we just... Can we not do that? That reminds me, I need to also check. What the heck is that? Oh, is that the camera bit? I think it is. Buying it, yep. Yeah, that reminds me, I need to go ahead and make sure that I unhide everything and then clean up the reserve stuff, so I'm not like leaving anything in that I don't need. Like for instance, that's just gonna be roof simple. A lot of this stuff will be edited heavily later on, but it's like, yeah, just for the time being. Whiteboard. I figure I can be crazy with the whiteboard. You know, if I use it and just add like some little sticky notes on it or something. Pencils. Even though it's probably pens. Open paper box. But yeah, a lot of this stuff I can just like mess around with. Let's see. Vent detail planes. What that mean? I don't get it, Savage. Wait, what? You don't know what emissives means? So emissive, I actually, I'm kind of shocked that that's a thing if you're doing game development and don't know that. But it's basically emissives are glowing textures, right? Like we can easily just sample that by going file new general. Actually, no, it might be better doing it in, I don't know, 4.1 has bloom. So we can do that, right? And we do 0.1. We go to the cube. I don't get exactly what he meant. Emissive is a texture that produces light. I know it. I just never saw Fear 2. That moment where I'm jumping in now and be like full explanation even though it isn't needed. I suppose I could say for anyone who doesn't know, like in future, when you come around to watching this part of the video, that's an emissive. An emissive is a section of a shader on a texture that allows you to add a glow to it. And you can then change the strength of it if you want and have it go crazy. Like that. It's glowing incredibly strong for no reason. But yeah. Just look up Fear 1 and compare them. Fear 1 has a very cold, sort of like office environment feel to it, which is something that I really enjoy. You know, it's a really cool and unique experience, Fear 1. Fear 2 is like its weird cousin. Okay, so that's a rigged camera as well. Camera camera joint 1. Camera joint 2. I should have put horizontal and vertical there. Camera main body. As long as I named all of these, then when I get round to actually like messing with them in the lab, that's when it's going to be fun. Wouldn't putting emissives be worse for FPS? I don't know. The lighting in Fear 2... Yeah, we don't talk about Fear 3. The lighting in Fear 2 makes me want to rip my hair out. Let's check, because I don't remember it being that bad. Fear 2. Yeah, I see what you mean with the emissives. Lots of bloom and everything. I played it on the 360 and it wasn't actually that bad. They also went crazy and added the mech stuff in, which is crazy. Like Fear 1 felt very grounded. Fear 2 is like, so anyway, we got mechs now. I know Fear 1 had a few sci-fi elements to it, like we actually had armored suits and stuff, which kind of looked like mechs, but they kind of got away with it with how small they looked. You know. Oh. Kind of like if you've ever played Subnautica, the prawn suit in that. Kind of like that. You can get away with that. 3D. Oh no, vent 3D detail. Average says I have high standards. Fear 2 was fun, but it looks like Halo Reach. When you have the night vision on. I'm still indecisive about Reach. Like, on one hand, it's fun and it's cool and everything, and you get to see the wall from another angle. And on the other hand, I'm like, dude, I kind of like the gameplay, but I kind of don't at the same time. It's weird, and it's not just the whole thing of, oh my god, the included sprint and all these other abilities and stuff. I just feel like yeah, it stands out from the other games. You've got like a jetpack, you've got the sprint, the active camo and stuff that you can just use. But I remember heavily the Bungie devs between both Vidocs, you could say, or behind the scenes. The Bungie devs basically contradict themselves because classic Halo up until then had basically like skill-based gameplay where you'd win if you knew the level layouts, you knew where the weapon spawns were, and roughly you could argue the timer on the weapon spawns as well, so each weapon has like a different spawn timer on them. And if you kind of got used to when they were going to appear, or just got lucky, then yeah, you were good. You know, you'd be able to more or less dominate a match with your team, provided you basically did what people didn't like, which was just camping the power weapons and abilities. And that was like basically every arena shooter. Like Halo did it, Unreal did it, and it wasn't too bad. There was skill and tactics built into that, more or less. And then like I remember in Halo Reach, behind the scenes, they literally turned around and went, so yeah, not everybody could use the abilities in Halo 3, or sorry, nobody could use like the invisibility or whatever, because they'd always have it taken or it get stolen, or they'd pick it up and then have themselves get killed immediately after, and it kind of sucked, and we got a load of bad feedback for that. So instead we just made it so you can put it on a button and press it whenever you want, so everybody has it. And I'm like, dude, no. And I've never been happy with that decision, primarily because it takes away that element of like tactics and skill and teamwork, and really kind of also takes away from pushing certain parts of the level geometry. You know, like you'd have, say, like a spawn for an invisibility, or a spawn for overshield in certain areas, or health packs or whatever. And instead, like, yeah, you might keep health packs in certain areas depending on whether your version of the game had it. But then, like, just giving everybody the ability to pick up, like, invisible or whatever else just kind of sucked. I don't know. Hey, Joel. Yeah, I'm continuing the lab right now. I'm just chilling. The abilities felt too clunky for me. The art style shift. I mean, like, the art style's not too bad. I don't mind the art style too much. They tried something else because they were like, dude, we want everything in, like, really high detail. They remade the engine specifically for it, or rather they remade that part of the rendering engine just for it. And it's like, it's cool, you get a lot more detailed engagements and models and everything, but again, yeah, I don't really agree with like some of the redesigns on enemies that look like overly complicated. It's that whole thing that I've always mentioned about like visual clarity in games. You want something that's like simple and easy to read rather than something just being a complete mess. I feel like older designs for enemies, especially in that franchise, definitely are better because they suit the more simplistic designs with the whole deal with like characters being picked out by the colors and then slight changes in the silhouette or weapons or something. I agree with that more than just going all in and being like, so this guy, right, he's got this headdress which is like super elaborate. Instead, in like the older stuff, it just used to be like really simple things with like the odd change. No. Oh, can I just join that active? One of these is not an active mesh. One of these is not like the other. Oh, seriously? Can I just... Oh, maybe? Maybe because of that? Can I just... Joined. Oh, come on. It's right there. Convert to mesh. Convert to mesh. Oh. Convert to mesh. Convert all this to mesh, right? And then we just go... There we go. That's what I was after. Then those wall details are all on 2 bits of the wall, and I can just edit that. looked a little bit busy, which is why I like sprites. It's easy to tell enemies apart. Yeah, it's like I prefer a lot more simplistic graphics, which is partially why I like indies. You know, it's like I mentioned about the Crash Bandicoot remakes. I prefer the earlier ones for the original PlayStation because they're easier to read in terms of like the level and everything else, whereas the newer ones go absolutely crazy with the details and it just becomes visually cluttered. It's like Spyro manages to not do that, funny enough, with the Reignited trilogy, but Crash just kind of goes nuts with it. Corner, detail, wall. Main wall, wall detail. I figure like I put all of these in and see what sticks, what looks good, and what doesn't in certain areas, and then we go from there. See what all of these are. Oh, those are on the floor ones, yep. We'll just convert to, oh no, we can't do that, but, oh, seriously, convert to mesh. And convert to mesh, and hit join. Floor vents. Don't know what that one is, let's check it out. No clue, can't see what it is, it's getting yeeted into oblivion. I like Ratchet and Clank, I can't tell the enemies apart from the environment. It's, you know when you've not got either a good art style or a good set of graphics when everything's getting visually too cluttered. No. We've already technically got that, but in a different place, so we'll just... I can just easily take that vent detail and just use that instead. So is that all, apart from the LOD group stuff here, which, where the hell is that anyway? I have no clue where that is, so it's going. Same with... And before I find out, like, I actually needed it or something. It's gonna be like the pens or the pencils inside the pen pot, isn't it? Or something else stupid. The joints on the camera, maybe? No? Doodle doodle doo. Doodle doodle doo. Okay, so... I think I'm just about ready to start importing these things, but before I do that, I just gotta make sure I clean up these data blocks and other things. And everything's named. So like for instance, bam, there we go, that's reception 2 done. I'm just gonna keep a WordPad document of these. Files cleaned / ready. That one was, I think, reception. Reception 2. Deco. Deco standing for decoration. Yep, there we go. Nap room, let's see. Yep, nap room's done. So that's file, clean up recursive data blocks, bam. Nap room to deco. It's gonna be cool trying to like see what will work and what won't. Might even deliberately use the nap room for Alphys's upper floor. And then we'll just go file, clean up, recursive elements. 69. Hey, that one's the security room deco. Security room deco 2, I think. Yeah. And then we'll do test lab and then the decontamination, and then we can just go into the lab and then start going crazy. There we go. Purge 139 things. Test lab deco 2. That gets rid of any unwanted materials or anything else, and then it's just decon. There we go. it's more like companies care more about graphic fidelity or over readability. No, totally. It's like, I feel kind of the same way. They're just like going crazy with graphic fidelity, but not actually, you know, like giving a damn about it at least. Wall light 2, maybe? Let's just clean up any meshes or anything. Like, readability, they always tell you when you're doing, like, video game studies and stuff that readability is key for, like, designing certain things. And then when the industry doesn't even hold to it, it's like, what now? Wall corner 2, maybe? I actually like this, like, cool detail here in the ceiling. That's neat. Roof detail. Oh. Importance for readability, I think, is separating the enemy from the environment. Yeah. Okay, so we need to hit all of that and just go. Because, like, in the main area of the lab, it has, like, this cool sort of detail going along the floor. If I could use that, that'd be really cool in the main area. But it depends, like, how that looks with everything else. We'll just save that as main wall 4, maybe? I can't remember whether I put, like, main wall 3, but we're almost up to the stage of trying to implement this stuff. What the... Oh, I see. What that is there. That's a plane that's really close and houses a normal there. And the normal is, like, basically used for extra detail there. Then we got the roof detail here, which looks kind of cool, but I just need to figure out which one it is that separates it all, and then just do, like, roof detail. I'm just gonna go 5 for the sake of it. No, what the? I know I grabbed that then, but smaller wall detail 2? I have no clue. Wait, what's all of these individual areas? That's nothing. That's nothing. Oh, is it because of... Oh, dude. We've got, like, so much... That's gonna be... Yeah, it is. It's literally just before another there. Because it's freedom to be flawed, and then UG apartments. So what lab is this? It's Alphys's lab. I'm just pulling details from another game, and then using them in Alphys's lab. Let's do roof details, black, because that's literally what it is. Some of these Can be renamed later on in the actual like proper lab, but for now I'm just sort of going, okay, what's here that I need? What do I not need? That. Prop decals. Oh, it's fluorescent lights. I didn't even need that anyway. And then there we go, right? So if I delete all of that and then I clean that up, that's another 22 unused data blocks, right? And then we can start throwing stuff in the upper section of the lab here and get the doors right and everything else. I'm gonna have to check on certain bits. I need to bring geometry in from tutorials, especially for like the bookshelves and stuff. I know that for the upstairs, and I need to put all of Sammy's stuff here, because Sammy's stuff especially is going to be like over here. I'm going to have the screen be replaced here, because that's going to be playing some stuff. There's the poster that I need to find the texture for, which is why everything's purple. All these lights that were from BioShock originally, they can go now. I can replace these with like proper ones, put the aircon in the ceiling. The pipes are going to be better. Those are just placeholder ones from Sonic at the moment. I can actually do the circuit breaker boxes like this a lot better. I can probably use the up-res stuff from like Sonic Generations for that. Provided I get the light and the texturing done decently, it won't matter where all these are coming from. Gothic got a remake. Yeah, I saw. I think the table and the PC is going to stay the same, but I need to add more sticky notes. That's going to get replaced. That's going to get replaced. I need to replace the door. I mentioned this before. And I need to obviously put the doors in either end here. I got 60 FPS and 7 rooms are present, and there's no playing around with rendering all bitmaps. Cool. Sammy's stuff is fire, says Average. Yeah, it's gonna be great having all of Sammy's stuff, like all the anime stuff, in here. Primarily because, like, it's just gonna be fun to see it overwhelming the upper area where Alphys is. Like body pillows and stuff. And it's gonna be cool also having like the redone escalator here, because this is using like Sonic textures at the moment. I feel like I want to go back and redo this using much better textures, especially because of the resi stuff that I'm using. So I'll probably just like purchase an asset and then see if I can do that. Then look up like a Blender tutorial on how to make this so it moves. So that one can go up, this one can come down. Then that's the area that should lead to the elevator that isn't there at the moment. And then all I need to do is make sure that the doors are the right size for like Frisk. I don't know whether did I scale Alphys here? I think I did. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. Anyway, I'm gonna take a bit of a break because I gotta get going soon anyway. But like, it's gonna be fun taking essentially all of those assets that I've cleaned up now, which has taken like 2 hours to clean them up because of picking things apart and selecting which details I want and renaming. Once that's, or it has been done now, then I can just like throw everything into here. I'm not going to come off right away here. What I want to do is bring the other stuff in. So if we do like tutorials, haunted IKEA. And then what we can do is we can go file, append, and just bring in tutorials haunted IKEA here. I can't remember whether it was bookshelf 3 or 4. Hang on. Bookshelf. Right, what was bookshelf 4? Okay, so that was lights, the fridge, the different cooker and then all that stuff, right? If I do bookshelf 2. Hey, here we go. Tutorial Haunted IKEA. So I can take these and this and the bin. Get rid of the carpets, get rid of the doors, get rid of the fireplace. I can take the fridge. And I think I can take that desk. I think that's it, unless I take the bed as well, but hang on, let's check Alphys's. Yeah, so I need a small chest of drawers thing. I've got that. The desk, I can have that. The bookshelf, the fridge, and then the rest is from like the resi stuff. So we can do like, let's get rid of. Okay, that was not what I was expecting. Let's do. Oh, before anyone mentions it, the reason why this is called Tutorial Haunted IKEA is primarily because of the basic lighting I had in here originally. Yeah, the tutorial for scale. But yeah, what I can start doing is start getting rid of the stuff that I don't need now. Oh. I may use the, that table, I'm not too sure. I'm going to get rid of those. I'm going to keep the, maybe keep the Delta in, I'm not too sure. Get rid of this stuff. Get rid of the tablecloth. Keep that. Get rid of the kid's bed there, the double bed, and the fireplace. Get rid of the vent here. Get rid of this stuff because I only need the fridge. Get rid of the double bed. I should have kept the pillow there. I could have used it. Okay. Well, let's get rid of that and the famous mirror. That's really anything that I'd use, and even then, we can play around and get rid of some of the references now, because those are only in tutorials. We can get rid of all of these. Okay, that's not too bad. And then I can just like copy that and mess around with it. I feel like I need to put manga on that, so I'm going to be searching for like I did with VHSs for days for like manga now. I feel like Alphys is one of those where she'd just have like an absolute ton of manga just everywhere. including classics. No, and then just put them upstairs. Okay. Right. Everything's set up. I am going to get going. And I shall see you guys next time. So until then, bye!